Okay. Okay, Chair Duncan, Ranking Member DeJette, Ranking Member Rogers, who's left, and, Chair Rogers, Ranking Member Pallone, who's still here, and members of the subcommittee, thank you for the opportunity again. I've been here on FERC 3 years. I think this is the third time I've been here, so thank you again for the privilege of appearing in front of you. I'll deliver essentially the same message I've been delivering previously in previous appearances and also on the other side, and that is we as the United States are heading for potentially catastrophic consequences in terms of the reliability of our electric power system. I'm not trying to be melodramatic and using a term like potentially catastrophic, but I think everyone would agree when we have power outages that go on for hours or days, that's catastrophic. It's not only has severe economic consequences, but as we saw during Uri in Texas, Winter Storm Uri, it actually is life-threatening. So what is the essence of this threat? What is leading us to these potentially catastrophic consequences? It really boils down to two things. One's on the supply side, one's on the demand side. On the supply side, we're losing dispatchable generating resources with many years of useful lives remaining. They're retiring far too quickly, and they're retiring in quantities that threaten our ability to keep the lives on. Now, the supply problem is not the addition of intermittent resources like wind and solar. The supply problem is the subtraction of the dispatchable resources like coal and gas at a pace that is really simply not sustainable. Now, it's not just my opinion. The nation's largest grid operators, PJM, SPP, MISO, have all been warning about this. And they've also been warning, all three of the largest grid operators, that the EPA's new power plant rule is going to exacerbate this problem. It's going to cause a lot more dispatchable resources to close or shut down. So this is what we're heading for. And let me just illustrate an example of what I'm talking about. So last week, 8 days ago, right here in PJM, and we're in PJM, that electricity keeping the lights on is being dispatched by PJM. PJM, last Tuesday at 5:35 was the hottest day of that heat wave. PJM was dispatching 153 gigawatts of power to meet load. Of that 153 gigawatts last Tuesday, a week from yesterday, 86% of the power that was keeping the lights on in PJM to hit that peak was either gas, nuclear, or coal, 86%. And these are the resources, particularly coal, that PJM is warning us, okay, so remember that number, 153 gigawatts it took to meet peak. PJM is saying they're going to lose 40 to 50 gigawatts of that capacity in just the next 3 to 4 years. So the arithmetic is just, it doesn't work, okay? Now, that's on the demand side. On the supply side, on the demand side, everyone knows what's happening with the tremendous increases in demand that we're seeing from data centers, including artificial intelligence, which dramatically ramps up the demand, as well as crypto miners. So it's really supply and demand. On the supply side, we're losing the dispatchable resources we need. On the demand side, we're seeing load increases like we've never seen in the last 20 years. So the numbers are just simply not adding up. Now, PJM, again, is telling us that in the queues, in PJM's queue as well as most of the queues, 97% of the resources that are in the queues are intermittent. So simply clearing the queues doesn't really solve the problem that we have, because a 1 gigawatt of an intermittent resource is simply not equal to 1 gigawatt nameplate of a dispatchable resource. So really the problem we're facing is loss of supply, increase in demand. And that is what is leading us in all the RTOs. All of them have been very clear about this. NERC, the North American Energy Reliability Organization, also has been very clear about this. We are simply coming to a situation where we're not going to have enough power to meet the demand increases that we're seeing. And so with that, I'll be happy to answer questions about reasons this is coming, what can be done about it. But that's the core problem. I mean, we're heading for and again, I don't like to be melodramatic, but we're heading for potentially catastrophic circumstances where we simply cannot meet demand, and that means we don't keep the lights on. And that will be definitely catastrophic. Thank you, Mr. Chair.